3, 2, 1, and
These things clang, don't clang. Okay, here we go. Silence your
Mine's silenced.
mine sounds too.
That was definitely me. Hello everyone, I am Michael Ori with Ori Media, and we are here in the new Ori Media offices, and today we are going to be reviewing the Trinity lens lineup. We're back, and today these are up next. But first, I want to talk about this little guy, and this little guy is the EOS R, which I feel is one of the most underrated cameras that Canon has created for a very long time, likely since the 1DC, because I love the 1DC. The EOS R is phenomenal because I feel like it is the camera for the times. It's small. The form factor is phenomenal. It feels great in your hand. You can shoot on it for hours. It's mirrorless and full frame. You know, I shoot a lot of multi-camera interviews, and when I pair this up against the C200, I have a hard time telling what the difference is between the two cameras, especially in 4K and running Canon log, which this camera does have internally. Now, the other thing that this technology is actually with the mirrorless line is it's made the last lens in the camera much closer to the sensor. Now, I know that people are probably like, oh, it doesn't really matter, but it actually really does, because that gives you so much more clarity in your images and in your video that it's actually quite astounding when you actually get into it. The color space, skin tones, everything, clarity of images, everything is just phenomenal. It's so well thought out. Now that we're done with the EOS R diatribe, I want to move on to the Trinity lenses. First up, the 15 to 35. As a lot of people, I'm sure, are thinking, like, when will I ever use this lens? Now, this lens is phenomenal in confined spaces. Now, that can be a real estate photographer, a boudoir photographer, or a videographer. Well, even more so on the video line, actually, and I'll tell you why. Because when you switch into 4K on the R line as of now, you have the 4K sensor crop. So if you're a real estate shooter, real estate videographer, if you shoot boudoir, anything in confined spaces, this lens is a must in your lineup. And it's sleek, it's beautiful, and it has image stabilization, as do all of these lenses. Now, next up, we have the standard 2470. Everyone at home, raise your hands if you have a 2470 EF mount. That's pretty much everybody, right? So, the best 2470 that Canon has created. It's fast, it's crisp. The speed of the lens. You know, if you're shooting a get-together, you know, and you're trying to go from subject to subject to subject, it is very fast. Wedding photographers, portrait photographers, anything, you know, the day-to-day usage, this lens will likely live on your camera all day, every day, because it's that great. Brings me to the 7200. Now, it looks like a little grenade, right? And it is very powerful. You know, it's really interesting because with this lens, in the old lineup, I would only pull it out in certain circumstances, and I would only use it for action sports or something where, you know, I needed a lot of focal range. Now, with this, I've actually started to incorporate it a lot in portrait photography, which we did at Sundance 2020, and roll that footage. See, told you. Anyway, the 7200, the R line, the lens is so small and so compact to the old It's interesting because now I'm going to use this lens a lot more than I would in the past because the form factor, you know, it fits in a backpack, my low pro. It's not taking up a huge amount of room and it stacks vertical in a case versus, you know, having to lay it down in the case. So now I can take 2 lenses versus 1 in my pack, which is huge. And, you know, this is all about what you can get out of the Trinity lineup. And I feel that, you know, especially with Sundance this year, I was able to use a lens that I would not normally use because it's a tight corridor, there's a lot of people walking around, you know, the lens is, you know, hanging behind me, I'm rolling around on the ground, I'm doing a lot of stuff. And this lens actually afforded me the opportunity to do a lot of those things without having to worry about running into everybody because it's basically the same size as any of the other lenses. I hope this was helpful. So again, real estate, amazing, even for boudoir photography, all those things, 15 to 35, phenomenal, 24-70, all around, great lens, and the 7200, it's my new favorite. Sorry, the other two, but like I use this lens nonstop, and also, hold on, it's also durable. In closing, you know, I want to thank everybody for watching this video. I know there's millions of videos to watch about this. And, you know, our point with this channel is to give you real world experience. Like, we shoot on this stuff day in, day out. We use it to build our businesses, and believe it or not, I have to buy all this shit, which, like, I'm in the same boat as you, right? Like, I'm looking for people that actually use this stuff, and that's why we're here, and that's why we're developing this channel. So if you like this content, please flick or destroy the subscribe button. Be safe, much love, and Ori Media, Michael Ori. All right, we're out.